welcome back. Hi. I don't know why I'm feeling really shy about filming this. I will say, like, it's kind of weird because when I don't film for a while and then I have to get back into it, it's really weird. I just want to hide my face and feel really shy. I miss you guys. I missed everybody. Hello. So I feel like I say this every video. I look like a mess and there's just nothing I can do. And I don't think there's much more I can do. I'm sure there is, but I'm not going to do it. I should have let off with that. Why did it take that long to say that? Do you hear this is me being nervous, guys. I'm nervous and I don't know why I'm nervous to film this video. Actually, I think I do. I think I know why. It's because I'm going to be making a big announcement and I'm going to do some updates. Because the last video you saw me wasn't doing very well. And I really didn't want to make that video. I dragged my feet on it, but I'm glad that I did. Well, I'm glad I got it out of the way at least, kind of like ripping a Band-Aid off, right? But as you can see, I'm back. Well, I don't know if you guys know this. I'm back at home. I have just had the most amazing trip to Kansas City. I had so much fun. And by the way, I'm just going to get this out of the way. My face is really, really red today. Like, I'm looking in the monitor and I'm just like, it looks like I've been sunburned. But I'm also, okay, so a few things. So so you can tell what's going on with me. And you guys know this because you've been with me for so long, right? You can tell what kind of health day I'm having by looking at my face. Funny enough, did you know that you can tell that in general by a lot of people? Your face will tell you a lot of what's going on. So if I'm super red, typically, unless I've been out in the sun, which I have been, but that's not all of what this is, it's histamine, and that means my body's going through something. So I have the histamine disorder, right? Or like if you guys see, some days my face is super, super puffy, or like, and this has been over the last maybe 6 months, I've had like issues where I have like fluid retention and stuff under my eyes, like puppy eyes. I've never had that before. But that is all about what my body is going through, which I'll talk about because I have so many good things to talk about, guys. I'm having such good health upswings. I'm so excited. And it's great. It's great. So, but I'm gonna look crazy in the process. So yeah, in fact, what is his name? Is his name Dr. Berg? There's a guy on YouTube that I follow. He's a doctor that really focuses on like intermittent fasting and keto, and does a lot of what he does and recommends are things that I've done with my practitioners in terms of getting better. And he has videos about, you can look at somebody's face and tell a lot about what's going on internally with their body. It's so fascinating. But I got back maybe a week ago from Kansas City. I had the most amazing trip. I got to be Aunt Katie, and that was so wonderful. I got to be with my little niece, and we had Magic Girls Day because she declared that we are magic, and I'm like, you know our family line. So we talked about magic and fun. It was so much fun. We went to a park one day because it was a park where there are ducks in the water and stuff, right? But the ducks actually came out to us. And so we went duck chasing. Well, not really chasing, but I was like, she wanted to follow him around. I was like, okay, the rule is don't scare him, don't touch him. So we just followed ducks around. And I'm like, this is a total Aunt Katie day. Went and got her donuts. Had so much fun. Love it. Okay, so, and I got to spend time with my really great friend, and I got to help him through some stuff he's going through, some big projects and things. Not stuff I'm going to talk about at this point, but because that's his stuff. But to wake up every day and be surrounded by people I consider family who just love me and appreciate me. People in general, right? And people that I can feel safe around is amazing. Amazing. It's done wonders for my mental health, and just reconnecting with my friend. So much fun. I'm so grateful. And I'm still going to be helping him just from a distance. I had to come back. Hey guys, fun story. Did you know if you leave and you think you're going to go like on a vacation, you think you're going on a trip for 2 or 3 days and you forget to take out your trash, that you come back and you have fruit flies in your refrigerator? Oh my God, that was a fun thing to come back to. And I don't know how much y'all know about me. I am not bugs. Like, I love nature. I tell people I'm a fartasumicalist, because it's YouTube, I have to be careful. What did I say? A bugless, dirtless hippie, right? So I love being outside, I love nature, but I don't like dirt and I don't like bugs. And I was terrified. They were all dead, but I was like, what is happening? So I had to clean that out and bleach, and I'm terrified of bleach, because you always hear like, don't drink bleach, right? So I'm just kind of scared to use it in general. But like, anyways, I remember I was like, I didn't take out my trash. I hope that's not an issue. But I didn't know I was gonna be gone for 6 weeks. But I had a great time. I had a great, great time. And okay, the last we left off, I think this is also why I'm a little nervous. You guys know the story. I really don't want to bring up Catcoin. Now, I'm going to, and hopefully this is the last time ever, because there were some people in the comments who had said some stuff, and I realized maybe I wasn't being as clear as I should have been, and that's on me. Okay, so I don't like, and I was trying to do my best to explain what happened, not give too many personal details, and then just the emotions of what was happening, right? So, which was tough, and I really didn't want to do it because I don't like to bad talk people or businesses I've worked with. That's not what I do. But when these people are publicly saying, not all of them, and by the way, when I say these, it's not all of them, but it's either the few people on the core team that did it, maybe the 3 or 4 that participated in it, and the others that stood by silently and did nothing, right? So, or they didn't do much. I think there was one person, 1 or 2, I think there were a couple people that were going to bat for me, but I also don't know. Like, I don't really know what's going on. And I will say this, I feel like I'm healed from it. I don't really care at this point. But here's the thing. Okay, so you know how some people, if they get mad, they'll just try to paint somebody or a situation in the worst possible light, like, and just, screw that person, you know, and they'll go along with any negative thing. That ain't your girl. That ain't me. Even if I'm upset, I try to be as objective and fair as possible. So I had some comments of people saying that, you know, you should speak up. This is a scam. This is a scam. I want you guys to know this is not from everything I have seen and I've witnessed, Catcoin is not a scam coin. It is not. It is a community run coin. Now, that's not to say I trust all the people on the core team. I do not. I don't trust some of those people, those marketing funds. And it's only, there's maybe 2 or 3 of them I don't trust. Out of the maybe 10 or 15 people on the core team. I don't know how many people there are because I don't know what's going on because I don't keep up, which sucks because I'm a whale and I should keep up with this, but I'm trying to distance. So, but I want you guys to know, like, from everything that I have seen and experienced, this is not a scam coin. That's not what this is. Just because I had a bad experience with the core team does not mean the coin itself is bad. Does not mean that it's, you know, that they're out to take people's money. Again, there are a couple people that I question heavily, but that's not, I think there are enough good people on the team that if that were the case, they would suss that out and do something about it. I say that, guys, but like, I also don't fully know. Does that make sense? I'm just telling you what I know, but I'm not there, and considering the experience I had, I don't really trust much of any of it, but I'm not going to sit here and paint something in an unfair light if I haven't had that experience. Does that make sense? It's so weird doing these videos because, okay, you guys, it's kind of time travel. You guys know, I love the weird stuff. I'm on TikTok. I talk about weird stuff every day. I talk about aliens and time travel and dinosaurs. I'm not about dinosaurs. About whether or not dinosaurs are still living. I think there are some areas in like remote South America where they are, and that just fascinates me. But okay, so wait, dinosaurs, those are talking. Time travel. So I'm sitting in a room by myself talking to an inanimate object. Think about this. And when you guys see this, so I'm filming this on Friday, you'll probably see this Saturday-ish, I assume. You guys will have only seen a snapshot of me at another time. It's kind of, so television's kind of time travel. Kind of. I mean, not really, but kind of. My brain's going to go down different theories and wormholes and stuff if I'm not careful. Like, I'll get lost in it. I'm an air sign. I get all up in my head. But, so I wanted to clear that up. And then the second thing, too, is people were saying they scammed you out of your money. No, they did not. They did not at all. If anything, it was the opposite. So let me explain, guys. Anything with Catcoin that I did financially, I did on my own free will, my own volition. Me losing money is my fault. Now, with that being said, now when I say that, I want you to understand, I take responsibility for every action I had. With that being said, had I not been misled by certain members of the core team, had I not been misled by some people who claim to be my friend, had that not happened, I would have not made the decisions I've made. That being said, even some of the people or the friend that I think that may have possibly misled me, I'm not even sure that it was intentional, right? I think there was a lot of things and dynamics going on all at once. But at the end of the day, guys, I want you to be aware. So the core team, if anything, probably discouraged me from doing what I was doing with my investment. I left my investment in. I left a large investment in because I knew I had full confidence in and faith in what I was about to do. And obviously, I did it with my TikTok channel, which we'll talk about in a second. TikTok is just blowing up and I'm having so much fun. I'm not surprised it's blowing up because I've done this before. But I'm very grateful. I'm always grateful, right? So I feel like, I hope that didn't sound conceited, like I'm not surprised. I know my talents and my abilities. Like I know my strengths and my weaknesses, if that makes sense. So I will say this, even the person I thought was my friend, I don't know if I would say the word discouraged, but came to me and offered to help me move my money out and said, hey, my opinion is this. Was incredibly kind, incredibly supportive when I was like, nope, I'm betting on me. So I want you guys to be aware, this isn't a situation where they were like, give us your money. It wasn't that. And guys, at the time, it was when I had my investment in, I think it got up to my 30 something, went up to 40 something at the time. And in our, we had a couple of big core group meetings, and in one of them, you know, they said, don't, you know, everybody take care of yourself. Don't do risky things. Now, the core team, these people were aware. I said, I'm all in because I know what I'm going to do. And they knew I'm disabled. They know my situation. They knew that if this didn't work for me, I was in trouble. But at the end of the day, that's my fault. That's not theirs. They discouraged me against doing what I was to an extent, not directly, right? It wasn't like somebody directly sat me down and said, hey, we need to talk, right? Except for the person that I say thought was my friend, because I'm at the point, this is the reasoning I come to with that. A friend would not treat me the way that person in the end ultimately treated me. I think they maybe wanted to be a friend. I think they tried to be a friend to an extent, but it is what it is. And I don't know where I left off. My camera just went dead. I'm so tired of this too. My floor is slanted and I don't know. I tried to like prop things up and fix it. I will figure this out at some point, but you guys know it's just me. Gosh, I just saw the monitor. I'm like, my hair is a mess. It is, but you know what? This is like the best I can do. We'll talk. I'll get into health stuff in a second. But so yeah, I've just kind of realized and here's the thing, guys. I think this 6 weeks I was in Kansas City? It was really good for me because it was really, really healing. The first month was rough. Oh, it was rough. Like I cried every day for 2 weeks. It was not a joke. And I do this thing where I'm very protective of the people in my life. And even the people who hurt me. And that, I'm sure you guys can relate to this. If you grew up in any type of abuse or anything, that's part of it, is that you are trained and conditioned to protect your abusers. That word is too hard for what happened, I guess. You know, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, like, I really stressed myself out over making that video because at the end of the day, I didn't want to hurt anybody. I didn't want to hurt those people. But I was like, you know what? They hurt themselves. I didn't do this. And they knew I was promoting this to you guys. I was going to have to say something, and I just realized there's no way to save them. There's no way to make them look good, right? It is what it is. And while I was in Kansas City, I just decided, you know, and I think part of it was being around my friend, and we both have we're high vibe, positive energy, we're always joking and stuff, and taking back my power and trying to do my plan on TikTok that I was going to do for Catcoin, except obviously I was going to tailor it more towards our brand and crypto and all that. And watching it just explode, that was so healing for me because it was a way for me to finally take back my power from people who are mean. And it's just, you guys have watched it. You've watched it. Anybody who's followed me on social media has watched it. You've watched me rise and mean people come in and then just take everything. And those are lessons that I'm having to learn. But I feel like with Catcoin, it's like after that, it's done. The karma, whatever that is done. The lessons are done. Now, it's the me show when I do this. It's just me out here, right? I mean, I'll put the right people around me, the right team in place around me, but it's just me. And that's how it has to be, I think. I think my energy is so different and unique. I don't say that like better. It's just different, where I think that's the safest way for me to create from. Because if not, dramas and BS and things come up and it's frustrating. It's also frustrating to watch a group. You know, and this happens a lot with groups in corporate, right? They act like they have these positive morals and values. They almost never do. And I'm saying it like it's a secret. It's not a secret. I love that. Oh my God. Boomers. I love my boomer audience. Hi, boomers. Hi. You guys do this. Tell me if you don't do this with your body language, right? You'll do this thing where you'll think that you're saying something discreetly, but you'll use a lot of body language to show that you're not, and you'll say it loudly. My parents used to do that, and I was like, y'all, everybody knows what you're saying. You're not being sly. I love my boomers, though. Like, we all have our weird stuff, right? My generation is F, so don't worry. I'm not just knocking y'all. We all have our weird things. What was I saying? I don't remember. A lot of brain fog. A lot of brain fog this week because my body's going through something. Taking my power back. So yeah, and corporations and stuff, and they do that, but it's like a lot of times it's just not real. And what you find is like if somebody gets bullied or like something negative is happening to a person, a lot of times instead of getting rid of the person or the persons that are doing the awful behaviors, they'll get rid of and they will victimize the victim. But this also happens when it comes to situations like that with bullying and abuse and things. So, and granted, I left. I left, right? And I'm really happy because, like, I think I told you guys I sent a new proposal in, right? Afterward, because I was like, is there any way to fix this for everybody? And I knew intuitively there wasn't, but I thought, let me try to cover all my bases. And I submitted a proposal and told them $7,500 for a 2 or 3 month commitment. It's $7,500 every month for me to make viral content. And 8 out of 10 of them said no. And after the results I've had and the results they've had, money talks, results talk. I'm the only one killing it. And that, I feel like this situation was good for me in this. It did several things for me. So here's the thing. When you have negative things happen in your life, right? They can either make you or break you. And I choose to use the things that happen to me to propel me forward. And I will say the blessing in this is that it propelled me forward. Funny enough, the person that was my friend, the first conversation we had, I said, I feel like we're gonna inspire one another and help one another move forward. And I made the conscious choice to do that. In that, this situation made me face every fear, I would say every last fear and insecurity I have surrounding what I feel I'm here to do on earth and social media and survival, right? All of a sudden going, oh, I no longer have my investment portfolio. Now, I'm not saying that I don't have it at all, but it's not what it was. And the market was going to go down anyway, but not to the extent that it has with Catcoin. I had to face everything as a disabled person and go, okay, wow. And here are the gifts and blessings that came out of it, right? I understood not to work with people. I already knew that lesson, but it just finally was ingrained. You do not work with people. It's just me. Cool. It helped me get over any last survival issues I had, right? The survival instincts, fears, anxieties about my situation. I've been doing pretty good anyway, right? But it helped me get over any last of that stuff. And I feel so happy. I don't know if you guys can tell. I am so genuinely happy. And it's funny because I dreaded coming back to Oklahoma. I dreaded it because I was like, ugh, first of all, I still haven't paid my rent in June. I don't know what's going to happen. And you know what? I'm so happy. There's not 1 ounce of anxiety in me except for one thing we'll talk about, which I'm getting over right now. But I am so happy. I wake up every day just high. I'm no longer with, being isolated. I'm no longer sad about, I did pretty good before, right? But there was a sadness to it. I'm just so happy and excited. And a lot of it too is like, there are a couple things. So first of all, I got my car. Having a car, not having to constantly plan and prepare to walk everywhere or to budget for the Uber, just to get in and go. And I go to the park every single day and I take a little mile walk and I just stay in gratitude and I thank the universe for everything I've been given. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I can go to whatever organic store whenever I want because I'm in the Midwest and sometimes they're few and far between. I don't have to plan and then they're out of stuff. And so that's been wonderful, right? But also TikTok. I wake up every day and I do TikTok videos. Guys, I'm killing it on TikTok. Right now I'm netting, a bad TikTok day is like 250,000 views. I'm doing like 500,000 views a day. I put up, and I do a ton of content. I put up anywhere from, like, a really bad day is 6 videos, 5 or 6 videos. I'm going to scale back at some point. Like, now it's going to be, the goal is going to be make better quality content. Now that I've been building these, that's the thing. I've built like 6 algorithms. I'm crazy. But it's working. It's working really, really well. And I love it. I have so much fun on there. And I get to be creative and explore things. Where with YouTube, it's a totally different ballgame. YouTube is a lot more structured. Also, YouTube's a lot more shady. Like, bleh. It's more like the entertainment industry. You have to be so careful of all the other creators and their BS, and you guys know. Or companies you might work with that might not pay you. Y'all, they have some states suing them. And I'm not going to say anything else you guys can Google because of the same issues I went through. Oh, do you guys like this? Look at this. I think I got it on Shein. It probably is like cost 10 cents, but it's sparkly and I love it. And my little dress, I love my green little dresses. I love this color, it makes me so happy. So let's talk real quick. I'll talk about health and then we'll talk about what's actually happening. I mean, not that these things aren't happening, but the basis of why I came here. But y'all also know these videos are like just sit and chill videos. So, okay, I still feel shy and I don't know why. It's weird because like I only get shy if I like somebody, which almost never happens, rarely. But if I do, I tell them, I'm like, so and most of the people that like I've dealt with are online because of my situation. So I'll be like, if I meet you, I'm not gonna look you in the face. I'm gonna be really shy, I'm gonna be loud. It's not going to make any sense. In fact, I'll be more loud. But that's the entertainer in me trying to mask and cover up whatever's happening. Okay, so a little bit of brain fog today. It's awesome to say little bit. It's awesome to be like it's 2% of what it ever used to be. 2% is still like, I still look stupid though. Okay, so my health. So I look a little different, and I want to give you guys a heads up and a little warning. You will see me shrink dramatically here soon, most likely. Do not be alarmed. I know I've said this for a while. I've been like, at some point that will happen. And it needs to happen, and we'll talk about that in a second. But okay, so when I was in Kansas City, when I got, it was like immediately got off the plane, couldn't breathe. And I don't want to scare y'all, it's asthma, it's allergies. I know how to deal with it. What was that? Oh, my phone. My phone made a payment. You heard it. It's like, I hear it chime. Okay, so, and distractions, my brain. So, I had to be really careful. And the thing is it's because my body isn't used to the allergies out there, right? And by the way, I did the plane. It was perfect. I did the car ride back by myself, the 6.5 hours, well, 6-ish hours back. Guys, it was fine. I was fine. Not one issue. Not one. Amazing. Talk about tears of gratitude. And I did. When I was on the plane, I told you I'll put my hoodie up, and I cried because it was in prayer mode going, thank you. I was so excited. So big upswings, big things happening. And here's what I've done. First of all, my diet has changed up a bit. I mean, actually, it's a lot of what it was before, but it's more and less restrictive. Doesn't make any sense. So, when I was in Kansas City, because I was having all those issues, I decided to you guys know, like, I do this whole health routine. So first of all, if my face looks red, I have been doing sunlight therapy since I got back. Sunlight therapy is I sit outside in my bathing suit for like an hour in like my bikini. I sit outside an hour and a half every morning, and I meditate. And doing that when you have direct morning sunlight on you, it regulates regulates your hormones and cortisol, and it regulates your gut bacteria, sleep patterns. It does so many good things for you. So I know some of the redness is that, but not all of it. Like when it's this bright red, it's because I've got histamine stuff. And you know your girl's not going to wear makeup. So like I kind of feel like I look like a raccoon because my eyes are red and then red. But this isn't sunburn. I know the difference. It's because we are actively, hopefully, going after some of the last of what we need to. So I do Epsom salt baths. And if you guys remember earlier this year, I was having all these issues with infections. I couldn't get off antibiotics, but antibiotics make me sick. It was a mess, right? So I started doing Epsom salt baths to try to counteract the infection issues. And it worked. I was able to do a 20-minute bath a day, hot bath, and it would manage it. The problem is that it makes my histamines go up, right? As well as it does stuff to my nervous system. The heat it can be good for your nervous system if you do it the right way, but it can be detrimental. And so I had to be very careful. So when I was in Kansas City, I went from 20 minutes a day I worked up to an hour and a half. In the hottest water I can, I sit and I sweat in salty water. I just sit there and sweat, and I meditate the whole time. I meditate. My body's 100% healthy and healed the whole time, over and over and over again. Or my gut's 100% healthy and healed. I do like half and half of that. Upping that, world of difference. I'm having more flare-ups. But it's because before I'd have a flare-up because it was like my body couldn't manage everything. It was just trying. Now the flare-ups are my body is fighting this stuff and overcoming it. So basically, I think what's happening between what the diet that I've had and the lifestyle and the meditation, all the things I already do, right? And then upping that, it's giving my immune system the push it needs and giving it what it needs to be able to go after this stuff. So I will tell you, you guys are gonna see. Some days I'm going to look a little funny. My face is going to look a little funny. Or I'll look like a bobblehead. My face will be super bloated or something. Or my eyes will be super puffy. And that's because of the process I'm going through. But in doing that, guys, first of all, for me and my little body, because I was bedridden for so long, in doing that, I'm sorry, I have some brain fog today. Oh, come on. It's helped so many different things. I just sweat and I sweat and I sweat. And so I am in a flare-up. I'm at the tail end of the flare-up right now. And the flare-ups, when they happen, my upper stomach, I think it's probably like upper intestines hurts. But it's not like a hurt like you have a stomach bug. It's a different type of pain. And I think that's because we're trying to get rid of that bacteria, and it's working. But it's a process. And it's exhausting. Oh, that's what I was saying. this hour and a half sitting there sweating like that, that's like y'all getting up and running a 10-mile marathon for my little body, and getting my heart pumping and all of that. It is like a workout, but it's been working and it's just done me wonders. And so that's now part of my routine. I swear, I keep adding parts of my routine where I'm like, oh, I have 3 hours of the day I'm not doing my health routine, but I love it. And this is part of that. And amazing upswings. So here's where I'm at. I'll tell you what my goals are for my body. So first of all, you are probably, because my body is losing a lot of that fluid and dropping weight pretty quickly, because of all the stuff I've been doing. You might see me get very, very small very quickly. I mean, I'm already pretty small right now. I think I'm my 110, somewhere in there. And I'm 5'2.5", so I'm already pretty small as it is. But I'm probably gonna lose about 15 to 20 more pounds. Don't be alarmed if you see it. This is not an aesthetic thing. This isn't, oh, I think I look fat. That's not what this is. This has to do with the health stuff. So I'll give you guys a little info, a little insight. So your cells, right, your fat cells, store all kinds of crap. And literally, I mean it when I say crap. They store all kinds of, so it's not just fat, and you know, fat is inflammation as it is, right? Not that fat is bad. I'm not saying fat is bad at all, just like inflammation itself is not bad. We need inflammation. Inflammation happens when you're healing, but when you have chronic inflammation, it means there's chronically something wrong. Does that make sense? So I want to be very careful how I say this. I'm also somebody with a past of a lot of eating disorders. But with that being said, I can't say mine weren't about how I looked, because they were, but it was because my body wasn't working correctly. I couldn't manage my weight correctly. And this happens to so many people. So many people, their eating disorders have a physical component they're not aware of. And there are people with eating disorders where it's not about how they look, it's that they have gut issues. Food hurts them. I'm one of those people, like I have a hate relationship. I can't even say love-hate relationship. I have a hate relationship with food. I'd rather not eat because of all the issues that I've had. But we are going to be purging my fat cells, because your fat cells store viruses and bacteria and all kinds of toxic stuff. And when I get rid of this, I want to get rid of this. So as a result, I will probably get underweight for a while. I'm probably going to get down, I would think probably around 95 pounds is what I'm going to assume, which is underweight for me. Don't be alarmed. It's, first of all, it's temporary. From there, we start building me back up. The other part to that is that probably towards the end of the summer, I'm going to have to feel out where my body is. I'm going to do a 72-hour water fast. For the most part, I live in a state, and funny enough, like I'm almost 40. I had a birthday when I was in Kansas City, and I had such a wonderful birthday. I got to spend time, that was when I went duck chasing. It was wonderful. Duck chasing, and we got donuts. But I'm the best aunt, and she's the best little niece. But shoot, what was it? I'm so sorry, guys. It's gonna be all over the place because I'm having a funny health day. Water fast. So since I've been 12, I've been in a state of OMAD, intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day. Now, I intuitively did that back then because, well, eating disorders, but that's because of the histamine stuff, right? When you have histamine issues, you don't eat much, and I have no appetite. I'm rarely hungry. Now it's a little bit different, but I'm getting better. Yeah, so I'm sorry, it's a little all over the place. I'm going to be doing some fasting. Fasting is really, really good for your body. I'm not, by the way, don't do what I'm doing. Guys, what I've done, like, and this is, you guys have heard me say this, it's a little frustrating. I know people mean well, and they're like, what'd you do to lose weight? And it's like, well, I gained weight because I was sick. I lost weight because I was trying to be on the, well, I gained weight because I was sick. Losing weight was a side effect to getting better, right? I was trying to stay on the planet. Don't do what I did. You want to not be able to walk and have your hair fall out because you're so vitamin and mineral deficient? Sure, go eat 5 ounces of steak for 2 years every single day, and that's it. What I've done is very extreme, and I'm not promoting what I'm doing to you guys. And I know you guys are smart enough. You're not just going to go, oh, well, she did it, I'm going to do it. But I'm still real protective of y'all, right? But fasting has so many good benefits for your gut health and for your overall health. So I'm almost 40, right? This is what I was going to say. And I don't look my age. I'm not saying I haven't aged at all, but I look pretty good for almost being 40, right? I'm not wearing makeup and any of that. So, and I attribute a lot of that to the fact that most of my life I've done 1 meal a day, and I do, and that's as a result, intermittent fasting. So typically, in general, I do 24 to 36 hour fasts every single day, depending on when I eat, you know? So that's not uncommon for me, but I've never gone past like the 36-hour mark. So, and it's because of my health. So I'm gonna do a 72-hour water fast. And we'll see how that goes. We'll see. And I want to make sure I have somebody with me, that I'm monitored, But I know that will be part of a catalyst of what well, that's funny. That can actually make me gain weight if I'm not careful, and it has to do with what my body's going through. And that's the other weird thing. Right now, this is like, I'm really strict right now, and I'll have 2 days where I don't eat much at all, right? So like today is a steak day. I'm having 5 ounces of ribeye steak, and then I have 2 cups of coconut tea, and that's it. And water, obviously. That's it. And then I'll have 1 day where I just have to eat a lot. Like, and it's annoying. So I'll just go wherever and I'll get a bunch of food, right? And I'll eat. And I still do about once a day though. I typically just, I have like that hour period that I'm done. And it's because my body is fighting stuff. So I have to go back and forth. And I'm not doing, like, remember I was so excited to eat salad, not doing salad. I'm not doing a ton of vegetables. I'm doing some vegetables, but not a ton. And the reason is I'm trying to fix my gut. So we have to do this thing where I give my body and my enough time and to let my digestion settle. I'm giving it enough time and energy for 2 days to be able to go through the healing process, right? But then I have to eat a lot because I'm also having the fevers are back, but not like they were. This is my body's, it's overcoming stuff, because after every flare up, I'm better and I'm more functional, and that's amazing. So my health is getting so much better. So I'm excited. I think by end of August, September, I'll be able to do that water fast. If I can do that, I'm gonna be so happy. And then from there, I'll start light forms of yoga. And I'm going to start being more active. Y'all don't know, I used to be a gymnast and I used to run all the time. I was so active, guys. I miss it. I miss being, I used to work out all the time. So I can't wait. I can't wait to get little muscles because I have nothing. I have nothing, guys. I'm like, nothing from laying in bed. That's okay. That's okay. So, big announcement. This is 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Are y'all still here? Okay. Look at this. I love this. Beauty and the Beast. What was I actually here to talk about? I'm coming back to this channel. I know, I've been thinking about it for a while, so let's talk. TikTok's doing well. Joy Sparkle Shine. Add me on TikTok if you want. My TikTok, I think I was at 100,000 people. It's now at 150 something and growing. I grow. A bad day on TikTok is 500 to 1,000 followers. My TikTok is doing so well, and I love it. I love what I'm doing on there. With that being said, I love YouTube. I miss YouTube. I have to make money, and I can't, and I know it must be confusing for a lot of y'all to hear, I'm getting so much better, but I'm still disabled. But I am. I'm better, but I can't, I would not be able to go work an 8-hour job, guys, every day. I can't, physically. I'm not there. Maybe one day I will be, but I also think it's not meant for me. And even regardless, I'd go and I'd hustle. I'd go make money, right? Making money is not hard for me, but it's my situations that make it interesting, which welcome to life, right? Welcome to being an adult on this planet. So what am I trying to say? The content that I've been doing that does really, all my content is doing fairly well right now. I think yesterday-ish was a bit of a down, like the views were a little bit down, but even then, one of my videos popped to like 50,000 views. Typically one video a day is hitting the 100,000 mark, and sometimes one a day in a week will hit 1 million, which is amazing. I've been doing a lot of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard stuff. It's just, at this point, it's just entertaining, and she's going to appeal, so it's going to keep going. Oh, Lord have mercy. That was interesting. And I also am following the Gabby Petito case. So you guys may not know this about me, but when I first started YouTube, it was more on the law side, kind of. So I love that. I love stuff like that. It's weird, but I'm not a true crime fan. I don't make sense. There's so many things about me that don't genuinely make sense, and I'm aware of that. So that's one of those. But I remember, I think a lot of us were really passionate and drawn about the Gabby Petito case. I would have talked about it, but that was last year when I was doing my surgery. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of interesting twists and turns. And what I've learned with Catcoin, this is one of the blessings of Catcoin, I fully trust myself now. I am fully confident in myself and my abilities and my intuition now. And I called it. I called Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I was trying to do it with them. They didn't want it. Okay, you missed out on all of that, but that's fine. It's your choice. Fine. Okay. But with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, there's going to be that, and then the Gabby Petito case. I think that might be the next big wave that's going to come. And the whole thing is, I'm good at what I do with this stuff, right? You guys have watched me. I'm good with my business. You got to build algorithms. I'd rather get in before things blow up. And it's something I'm passionate about. I'm very passionate about, and you guys know, some of y'all know, when I first got on YouTube, I talked a lot about abuse And my whole thing was educating young women on how to not fall into the predatory traps of some of the men that I had been involved with in my past. And I will say, you know, regardless of how that ended, I'm very proud of the work that I did with that, with Daddy 05 and that court case and changing things and laws and regulations on YouTube for child abuse. I was a part of that, a huge part of that. And I'm very proud of that. Now, that's not everything about me, obviously, but I think that's what I want to talk about right now. I love finance and I love crypto. The market is down. I'm not going to make money right now doing that on this platform. You build your platforms with crypto when the market's doing well. This is what I learned. And you know what? There was no way to know that other than just to get in and figure it out. And it has to do with search volume on Google, right? So with that being said, I'm going to come back and do trending stuff. Now I've thought about what channel. Do I go back to the Joy channel or this one? I love the Joy channel. That audience, they're like you guys in the sense of they're my ride or dies. They've seen me through 6 years of BS and they still stand by me. Blessed is not the word. However, that channel has a lot of drama and negativity to it. Regardless of what and why, I don't care. And a lot of negative eyes can be on me, which I don't like. This channel is different. You guys are a different audience. And I don't know, to the people who are, I hate to say the word fan because I don't think I'm that big a deal, right? But to the people who watch me, who's supporters, I guess, I'm not referring to them. I love them to pieces. But also the CPM is really low on that channel because of that. And so I've been thinking, I think I'm going to come back to this channel and do that. And I know some of y'all came from business and finance. Some of y'all been here from stimulus. It might not be your cup of tea, and I totally get that. But if it's something that you would like to watch, or you just want to be able to know where to see me, that's where I'm going to be every day. Now, this is, I think, why I'm nervous to make this video. I'm nervous because can my health do all this? Because I'm still going to do TikTok. In fact, I'm going to be funneling people from TikTok over to YouTube. I think I have a pretty good strategy to do that. That's what I wanted to do initially about a year ago, and then I got sick. And now my funds are all tied up with Catcoin, and they just have not made making smart decisions, marketing-wise, in my opinion, where I think they're going to get it anywhere, especially in the bear market. I hope they do. I'm a whale. I want them to do well. This isn't like that I don't, right? But I'm also confident in myself that I know when I hit the right thing, I make a lot of money. So hopefully in the coming weeks won't be an issue. But I want to cover trending topics. Had I covered Johnny Depp and Amber Heard on YouTube when I saw it popping, we would not be having a discussion about my rent, right? Wouldn't have this discussion about it. But that's what I think I'm going to do. And I'd love for you guys to go on that journey with me. So I'm not going to build it as aggressively as I've done other things. I can't. But I'm going to try to at least do 1 video a day, maybe 2. One will be Amber Heard-ish related, depending on what goes on there, Gabby Petito, or just other trending topics that I see. I say I'm not going to be aggressive. Watch it be 5 videos a day, because your girl is insane. Really, though, because of the notification system, it's only... Unless you have a big channel or the topic's super, super big, right? It's a huge, huge topic that you're riding that algorithm wave. It's not really, it's a waste. It's a waste to do more than 3 videos a day. So that's what I'm going to do. And I hope you guys go on this journey with me. And thank you guys for being so patient and kind with me and just being here. I would not be where I'm at if it wasn't for you guys. You are the audience that showed me that no matter what people do to me, I can come back and I can live the life that I want. And I can live my dreams. That sounds so cheesy, live my dreams. But you guys were that audience that showed me that that's possible. To come back from YouTube in what I went through the first time around, to come back at all doesn't happen. To come back on multiple times on multiple platforms from scratch and be able to build something unheard of doesn't exist. But you guys made that exist for me. You made that possible. And you showed me that no matter what people do or no matter what people try to take away from you, it doesn't matter. What's meant for me will be. What's meant for you will be. And what you're searching for is searching for you. And if something is meant for you, it's going to happen. It just is a matter of time, faith, and patience. And I feel like all of these situations that happened recently, on a spiritual level, I'm not telling y'all what to think, this is just how I feel. It pushed me to have complete faith that everything will work out. Quick little fun story. The other day I was really frustrated. I was having a health day where it's like my nerves kind of feel like they're on fire. Almost feels like for women if you're hormonal, but it's not hormones. It's a fibro day. That's the thing when my gut stuff is activated, I'll get a headache from my gut that goes down throughout my body. It's a fibro headache. A lot of fibromyalgia pain we're finding has gut issue relation, but that's not all a fibromyalgia and the pain. Pain can come from different areas, right? So I'm not saying that's everything, but that's one big culprit that can happen. And it was one of those days, so I put up a video on TikTok, it's being processed, stuck in processing for 2 hours. Second video, stuck in processing. All of these issues kept happening tech-wise and in my life, and I was just frustrated. And every time I get frustrated, every time I'd stop, I'd do prayer hands, and I'd go, thank you, God, for the gifts I cannot see. Thank you for the gifts I cannot see. Anytime now something bad happens to me, that's the first thing I do. Thank you for the gifts I can't see. I'm being redirected somewhere else. That video that was stuck in processing for 2.5 hours got almost 1 million views. So, the universe is always working and conspiring in our favor. We just have to get out of the way. And I almost feel like I see now why the universe took, on some level, my investment money away, because it made me face the very last fears. And I think that the universe is calling me back. I think the universe wants me to use my voice on different topics to educate people and to talk about things and to give different perspectives. And it's weird, guys, because like, I know I'm intelligent at the things I'm good at, but I don't think I'm that smart in general. I'm not. I'm really not, right? I'm like tenacious and I'm OCD and I'm hardworking. I'm that kind of smart, right? I'm like grit smart, so to speak, in my opinion. So it's weird because I'm like, but like I think to myself, who am I going to educate and how? Like, how dare I? That sounds so arrogant. But you know what? No, it's not. I do have things to say and I do have things to tell people and I do have ways of doing things. And I think that if nothing else, I have messages to help get people's minds open to creating a much more better, more beautiful world with less suffering and more gifts and more blessings and more mysteries and more positive fun. And that's what that's what I feel like I'm here to do. And I feel like I've watched it. I've watched myself grow up in the brutalness of the 80s and 90s and look at the transformations we've already had. And we've all been a part of that just by existing and making ourselves better. And I want to add to that discussion. So this was way too long. I love you guys. And the next video you see is going to be probably Gabby or Amber related. I'm just letting you know. But they're going to be fun. Well, the Gabby stuff, it's going to be a little more serious because that's just an awful situation. That poor girl. That poor girl. The Amber Heard stuff we're going to laugh at. Like, that's just, this whole thing is stupid. And I'm not trying to make fun of her. It's not that. It's the whole thing is just, like, we talk about that, but not Ghislaine Maxwell. You know, you guys understand. Y'all know my heart. I don't have to say much. Okay, I'm going to go. Me and my red. Look, I can see my you can't see a monitor right here, but that's what I'm staring at. Red face. Oh, my poor hair. It's another thing. My hair has been having some issues. Had to actually start using hairspray. What in the... I hate beauty products. But it's because of what I'm going through physically. It will get better. My hair will go back. And I can't wait. It's going to grow out. It's going to be so pretty and long and wavy like it used to be. We'll get there. We're going to get there. All right, guys. An hour. An hour. What did I even say for an hour? I don't even know. I love you guys so much. And I'm just so happy. I'm going to continue making TikTok videos, and I'm going to go create the most amazing, beautiful day, and I'm going to go outside in just a minute. I'm going to get more red-faced. I'm going to meditate, and I'm going to be so grateful for every single one of you, and I'm going to say prayers and thank yous to all of you. And I do. I love you guys so much. All right, take care. Lots of love, lots of blessings. Till the next video, I'm giving everybody hugs and kisses. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon with different content. I'm so nervous, guys. I'm so nervous to come back. So if you can, leave me a like, leave me a comment if you don't mind. I'll try to answer people. Like I see some of you guys on TikTok. I'm now getting like tens of thousands of comments a day, so I can't really keep up. But here I can a little more, so I'll try to say hi to everybody if I can. I'll try to give you all a personal hi. If I don't, please don't be offended. I'm not trying to, and just keep spamming me, and I'll eventually see you. So, okay, take care. I'll see y'all soon. I'm getting really shy and nervous to end this, and I don't know why. It's probably because the reality is hitting now. I have to make the content, so let's go make content. All right, love you guys.